Hey there, welcome back to the channel. I'm Purity Mike, and in this tutorial I will be showing you how to achieve this everyday makeup look using little to no foundation. And trust me, this step, if you master it, can take you less than 30 minutes and you can achieve a flawless makeup to go out with. So with no further ado, let's jump right into the video. To start with skin prep, I would be spraying my face with this hydrating spray, and you can see that hydration it gives to the face. Then next up, I went on to use a moisturizer, and I'm using this one from Cetaphil. So because I am oily / combination skin, I am using a Cetaphil moisturizer. You should always use moisturizer that is specifically designed for your skin. Next up, I would be using my sweat block, and I'll be using this on my T-zone areas. And after this, I would go on to use my primer. Now you can always use the both of them together if you are oily skin, but if you are a dry skin girly, I would advise you to just use a primer and skip the sweat block process. Now you can see the face is ready to take in product, so I would be going on to use my concealer, and I'm using this one from the Zikel Cosmetics. Now you will see that the concealer I am using is my exact shade because I don't really want to highlight, I just want to conceal, and this concealer will serve first as my foundation. And if you are good with this concealer alone, there is no need to add any form of foundation. So you see that I applied a good amount on my face to conceal, and like I mentioned, use a concealer that is your exact shade for this everyday makeup look. Then I went on to use my beauty blender to properly blend. Now in case you find out that your concealer is getting too dry at this point, you can always go back with your face spray to hydrate your face and help you blend properly. Now I want more coverage on my face, and I went on to use my Avour Foundation. Using just one pump of this, I am going to now place on the rest of my face. But if you don't want more coverage, the concealer you use would do just fine. Now I went on to use my powder palette, and I'll be using that shade that I pointed to set my under eyes just with my powder puff, and I am going light. I am using a light hand. Okay, I'm going light-handed. I don't want to really pack product on my face. We are doing an everyday look, so we want everything looking really subtle and the face looking light. So I properly set those parts that I use my concealer, and then I use my powder brush to set the rest of my face properly. Okay, so because we do not do too much foundation, we want to make sure that we are using a good amount of powder to properly set our face. Now to add some bits of structure or some bits of depth to the face, I went on to use that dark powder shade to do a contour. Now this is the only contour I'll be doing on my face. There is no need for a liquid contour because we're trying to work with time, but we're still trying to achieve a very beautiful finish. And that is one thing with having an everyday look with someone that is good with makeup. You are not just doing foundation and you're running off to work, or you're just doing powder and you're running off to work. You're going to add those little depth and little thinny on the face, but it won't really look like you did so much. I also went on to do some form of contour on my nose, and then I added little setting powder because I just really like my under eye looking bright, so I added really little white setting powder. Then for my brows, I went on to use my brow gel. Is this a brow gel? I think this is a hair wax. Yeah, I went on to use my hair wax, and using my spoolie, I would use that to brush my brows upward. So because we are doing an everyday look, I am not going to be drawing my brows. This is everything that I'll be doing for my brows, and then I will conceal. So I just went on to use my spoolie and using my hair wax, or you can also use your brow tamer. Is it brow tamer they call it? I'm going to leave that in the description, but yes, something for your brows, and use your spoolie to brush your brows upwards, and then you apply with your powder brush or that puff. You apply little powder on that area just to set the brows. Then you find out that in case you're like me and you find out that there are little space, or there are those spaces in your brows, you can just use your pencil to fill in. We are not drawing, okay? We are just filling in. And most times you notice that you want to fill in at the outer corners of your brows. That's when you notice that there are those spaces or your brows looking scanty. So we're just going to do that, and then we are going to highlight the brows using, would I call this highlights? Okay, I can still say highlights, but you're using the same concealer you use for your under eyes for this product. So literally you're using your actual shade. We are not going 1 or 2 shade lighter. We're just using our actual shade to conceal the brow. I think that should be the right word. We are concealing the brow right now. We are concealing the brow now. We are not highlighting because we are not going 1 or 2 shade brighter. And you can just see that elevation concealing does to the brow. Okay, it just gives this really beautiful finish. I really love this for my brows, and it was super fast. Now for my eyes, I just went on to use a powder from my powder palette just to make sure that that part of my brows is not looking, that's my brows, part of my eyeshadow crease or my eyelid, my eyelid is not looking creased or looking like there was really nothing on it. So I just use a fluffy brush to set that area. Now because I always like to line my eyes when I'm doing my everyday look, I went on to line my eyes. Now this is not a necessary step, but if you're someone like me that just like to add this to our everyday look, then this is the time you're going to line your eyes. Now I went on to use my mascara because for this look I won't be using lashes. I won't be going in with the lashes, but it is still very fine if you want to use lashes for an everyday look. I will not judge you. It is perfect because most times you can still have lashes on, like those semi-permanent lashes on, and you work with that. So if you want to use your lashes, you can do that. If you are not using lashes, just use a good mascara on your eyelid and use that to properly lift your eyelashes. Okay, then I went on to use this pencil. This is from the Davis, and I think it's in color 18, and I lined my lips properly. And because of the color of my lips, I was thinking if I should just leave this color like this, because I feel I have like a colored lips at my lower lips, and just add a transparent gloss. But I did this and I felt I should add a bit more color because I felt it was too bare. So what I'm trying to say is that you can always do pencil and a transparent lips and you're good to go. Okay, but I'm going to add some form of color because I feel I wanted more color. So but I went on to spray my face to just set the powder in and just allow everything sit in properly, and you can literally just see the glow this give. And honestly, this took me less than 30 minutes. Then I went on to now add this gloss. This is from the Adventure lip gloss. I think I've forgotten the exact shade, but I will try and leave that in the description box down below. But I love how this just elevated my lips and just it gave me something different from like the everyday lip that I do. So this is super fast and it is very easy, and it blends really well. I I honestly love how this makeup came up, and I will definitely be trying this for service one of these days. So let me know where you'll be working this makeup to. Will you be taking it to church? Will you be taking it to work? Will you be taking it to school? Will you be taking it out for a date? Maybe just a little bunch, or yeah, something happening. But I hope you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed filming. In case you recreate this look, please tag me in any social media platform. Bye guys.